Hey everyone, this is a soap business planner spreadsheet. This works in Google Sheets and Excel, and hopefully this sheet will help you if you are making soap as a business or hobby. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how everything works, and then I'm in Google Sheets now. And then I'm going to zoom out on the screen a little bit so you can see this calculator, and we'll get started. So let me zoom out just a little bit. So just showing you how everything works, and then I'll zoom back in. We've got the ingredients here. We've got preparation, how much you want to charge, yourself or your staff hourly, and then how much it's going to cost you to prepare it. The shipping costs we can put in, and then this is totals for ingredients, preparation, and shipping. These are all formulas, and then it's going to grand total how much it's going to cost you. And then we're going to put the price for a full loaf of soap, the number of bars, and then it's going to, you're going to put in how much you want to sell your soap for. Let me zoom in a little bit so we can see a little bit better. Going over here. Sorry. Then we're going to show you, goodness gracious alive, the profit margin per loaf of soap. So if you're going to sell it for 50, it's going to cost you 54 to do it, and you're actually not making any money, but per bar, you're going to sell it for $9 a bar, and then your cost is $5.43, and then you're making 39% profit. So it shows you, where you can work on things and make some cuts so that it is profitable for you. So what you will do is in here, you're going to put in the items, and then you'll put in the amount. You'll choose a drop-down box. You'll put in the amount total for the package, how much is needed for this specific recipe, and then this will calculate your cost. So if we just zero this out, I'm hitting the delete key here. Now, if it's empty, it's going to have this divide by 0. That is just, it's just going to be an error until we have at least something in there, then the errors go away. So say we're going to put in olive oil. Your full package amount, say it has, let's say 100 ounces. We're going to choose ounces. Now what's going to happen is you're going to want to, if you're going to end up using ounces in your recipe, that's what we want to start with. So we're going to go to ounces. So the whole package, say it's $12 for a bottle, and you need 3 ounces. It's going to figure out, hey, it's 36 cents. For example, say if you're going to end up needing teaspoons of olive oil at the end, let's call it some other oil. Let's call it coconut oil. And then you need 1 teaspoon in your thing. So we need to figure out the whole package cost. So say your whole package is going to be $20, and there are going to be some, I have to do some math and figure out how many teaspoons are in my full package. So say there's 450 teaspoons in my package. The whole package is $20. So I'm using 1 teaspoon, so it's going to cost me 4 cents. Go through that whole thing, and then you can figure out what you actually need for your loaf of soap. Then for planning, say I'm working at $12 an hour, and it's going to take me a half hour to do planning. It's going to take me, quarter of an hour to prepare, to cut. It's not going to take me very long. Packaging, not very long either. And then other, if you wanted to put other things. Your packaging cost, so say the package costs you $1. These are things that are variables that you can pretty much try to work with if you're trying to have a better profit margin. Or you could, increase the amount of your full loaf of soap. So if you needed to bring up to $70 for 10 bars, so that's $7 of bar of soap, or $7 for a bar of soap, then that would make you 23% profit. Shipping, if there was no shipping, we're going to put in 0. And then that would increase your profit margin. So I hope that all makes sense. I do have a few other recipe calculators if you need more details, but that's essentially it. The recipe name, so if we wanted to call this lemon soap glitter, we could. You would just need to decrease the font a little bit. Let's call it lemon. That way I can make it a little bit bigger. Okay, all right, inventory. So this is an inventory tracker to track how much inventory you have and what's the total value of it. So we'll start here. We're just gonna highlight everything and hit the delete key. So this is number 1. We're gonna put in the date. Say I have oil, and this is olive oil. 1 package, high quality. And then we have 1, and then price, so say this was $8.50. If you had a quantity of 2, then that's how much everything is valued at. This is the total number of items that you have, and you can put in notes. Got this down. Price list. This is something, if you would want to take and print this out, you could, highlight everything, hit the delete key, and then you can start this from scratch. So this is lemon soap, and then this is going to be lemon soap with glitter and designs. And then this is going to be $8. And so you can go in and do your price list. If you wanted to just have it blank and just write it out by hand, by all means, just take and print this out. You just hit print, portrait, scale normal, and then you've got a page there. Orders dashboard. This is the dashboard that tracks your order log for everything that you have if you're selling this. So you can know the total number of orders, how much revenue, how much profit, how many pending orders you have if you have to ship them, today's date, and then the percentage of items that are new, in progress, ready to ship, shipped, or delivered. Same thing here. It's just showing you, okay, I've got 10 that are in progress, 4.5, 5 that are delivered. So here we're going to delete this. This is a formula, so don't delete that. And then we can put in easily another order. So say it was a bar of soap. This is the lemon. I sold 2 at $8 a piece. I charged $5, no discount, dollar fees, and it cost me $5. So my profit there is $15. Status, let's say it's a new order from John Doe at 123 Main, and we can put his email if we need it. The shipper, however you shipped it, the tracking number, the ship date, and then the arrival date, and any notes if you needed. This is going to show you your total profit. This is the revenue. That's everything that you're bringing in. So that's everything here, and everything that's the profit is just your net. So that's everything that you charge minus all the fees and the shipping cost. Okay, moving on. This is your bookkeeping overview. So if you need to figure out your income and expenses, mind you, none of these sheets work like this. Income and expenses doesn't go together with your order log. A lot of people ask me that, but this isn't really a software. This is more of like a manual thing. It's like a step above writing it down in a journal. This is just something you can refer to, and it saves for you automatically if you're in Google Sheets. So it's great. If you want to write your profit goal, so this year I want to make $10,000. Your total annual income is showing here. Your expenses is showing here. This shows you how much money you made by the month. This is showing you how much money you're making by the month also. This is showing you your ratio of income versus expenses. This is showing you how much income and expenses you've had for January, how much tax, and how much net profit you have for that. If you happen to buy this and it's 2026 or later, you can just come in, go into the bar, and then put in the different year, and then it will change everything for you. The log, so we want to highlight all of this and hit the delete key again. So say we're going to let's put in March. And then this will bring up the month automatically. Leave that alone. Don't mess with this column because that will tell you, that kind of helps you with some of this formula in here. So just let that go. Okay, so say we made a sale. We're gonna put in income. We're gonna say we sold soap. We sold some more lemon soap, and we made $16. Expenses of $3 and tax of 50 cents. Net profit of $12.50. Notes here. Soap at I can't think of it. Okay. Whatever notes you want to make there. Okay, next we have an order form, just in case you had somebody who wanted to place a special order. You're at the fairgrounds or at a craft show, and you want to do this. All we have to do really is just delete this out, have it, zeroed out. You can import your logo and put this in here, print this out with you, take it with you, and then have a blank order form. If somebody wants to order something special, you can have that for you, and just print this out if you want. Okay, so this is a soap recipe sheet. So say you want to have an experiment and you're going to make something new. This would help you to write anything that you want. So say we're in an experiment with a new recipe. We're going to make lavender lemon with glitter. We can choose the date. We can say that it makes 10 bars, and then we're just manually putting this in. So if your ingredients were here, we can put how, I'm just making this up. I have no idea. Grams, 200 grams. Okay, and then that's how much you used for everything. And then this is, you would just add everything in as you put your ingredients in. And then put in, your lye to oil ratio, what temperature you cooked it at, and any notes, and then any observations at the end, and then how many days it took to cure, the date that it cured, and the cost to make this. So that's nice and easy, and we can just literally delete this out. So if you wanted to, print this out with you, have it when you're making stuff, and so that way you can keep track of it. If you wanted to have a soap recipe sheet for each one, you would just, you could either print this out, or if you wanted to have one on this spreadsheet, you would just click this button and duplicate it. And so, and we could rename, and we could call this like the lemon soap recipe sheet. So that way you can go, okay, each time I make lemon soap, this is what I have to add. So that'll help you keep track of it. Okay, there's a conversion chart just in case you needed to know how many ounces or teaspoons there are in a pound. All of this converts with each other, so that's handy. I also have a profit calculator. It's a little different, but this is more of a calculator for you to figure out, how much profit you're making on things. This could be helpful. So say your soap costs you $8 to make. Or no, you're selling it for $8. Sorry, you're going to charge $5. It costs you $5, and it costs you $2.50 to make it. $2 for labor, 50 cents for packaging. You charge tax. There's no discount. If you did, you could put in 50 cents or whatever the discount is. And then this shows me that you're bringing in, and all of this is on the right side. All of this is formulas. So you can put stuff in on the left, but on the right, you can't. So this is just kind of totaling up how much revenue you're bringing in, how much it costs you, the total cost, and then you're making 5% profit. So what you might want to do is increase the price of your product so that you can make a little bit more. Don't offer a discount, and then take out labor. Don't pay anybody. Do it yourself, and then you got 33% profit. That's a little bit better. So, okay, so that is essentially this sheet in a nutshell. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I'm at savvyandthriving.com. I have lots of things that could help you with your business, and yeah, so have a great day, and I will be chatting